Real quick, the only ask I could ever have of you guys is to help spread the word so we can help more women lose body fat, build muscle, reach their goals, and feel insanely confident. And the only way we can do that is if you rate, review, and share this podcast. So, the single thing I ask for you to do is if you could leave a review. It will take you 10 seconds and it will mean the absolute world to me and may change the world of someone else. If you can carve out 30 minutes, 30 minutes for a workout, it doesn't have to be full blown, it doesn't have to be an hour-long session in the gym. If you know that you'll have a window of time in the morning or right before dinner, lock it in like an appointment. Write it on your calendar, write it on your planner, set an alarm, treat it like a non-negotiable commitment. Once you show up for yourself, you're gonna feel so much better. And at the same time, you're also gonna show up not only better for yourself, but those that are around you and in your space during the holiday season. Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the Macro Hour with Nikkiey Stott, co-founder of WarriorBabe. And on this podcast, we talk about mindset, methodologies, and tactics that will help you lose body fat, build muscle, be strong, and feel insanely confident. I am your host, Nikkiey Stott, and welcome to today's episode number 216. And today, you guys, it's probably going to be light, short, and to the point because I know that this season, this time of year, is super busy, super hectic, and everyone's running around and getting plans made and, enjoying the holidays. Christmas is next week, which is wild, and then New Year's is the week after. So my plan for this episode today is to help you guys stay on track with primarily your fitness routine and getting your workouts done during the holidays. I think it's really important that you still prioritize yourself and, an hour or less to get your workout done, completed, because afterwards, not only are you going to feel so much better, but you're going to be able to take on all of the chaos and the stress and the plans and all the things that come with the holidays so much better. So what I did before I even hit record on this episode today is I went into my calendar and I looked at the next 2-3 weeks and I set exactly on which days I was going to commit to getting my workouts done, exactly what time, and put it on the calendar. And I essentially, by the end of this episode today, I want you guys to do the same thing. I want you guys to look at your calendar, however you organize your weeks. If it's a daily planner and you write it down, I would highly recommend that you look at the next couple of weeks and you figure out what days you can commit yourself to getting those workouts done, and then pick a time on those days that you can show up and, do a 30-minute workout. It doesn't have to be an hour. It doesn't have to be an hour and a half. It doesn't have to be 2 hours. All it needs to be is that you get in, you move your body, you feel good, you get some endorphins running, you show up for yourself, you keep yourself consistent, and you keep the promises that you make to yourself, and then that's it. Because I get it. Like I said, this time of year, travel, family gatherings, the schedule feels anything but normal. And it's so easy to fall into the trap of oh, I'm just going to start fresh in January. But here's the thing. You don't need to have a perfect routine to stay on track. You just need consistency and intention. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to give you guys some strategies to stay on track with your workouts, keep the momentum going, avoid I'm going to start over feeling in January. And just know there's other people out there that are making themselves a priority during this holiday season. And it's just about how does that look like for you? Okay. So first and foremost, I briefly talked about this right before Thanksgiving. That episode was primarily how to stay consistent with nutrition around the holidays. So if you need that support, I would go back to that episode and dive into what we talked about there. But primarily this one's more about the fitness one, but this concept is similar to both. It's ditching that all or nothing mentality. That is the biggest barrier that I see people face during the holidays. It's this belief that you can't stick to your full routine perfectly. And then if that's the case, then you might as well do nothing at all, right? Does that sound familiar? If you feel like that is you and you maybe know that is the type of, the type of thing that you could fall into over the next couple of weeks, and hear me out, hear what I'm saying, because that's one of the biggest mistakes that you can make, is thinking that it's all or nothing, and thinking that if you don't follow your routine perfectly, then you might as well do nothing at all. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have a perfect plan to stay on track. Progress happens through consistency, not perfection. Let's say that your workouts are typically maybe 45 minutes to an hour, but you only have 20 minutes to 30 minutes to get it in. Here's a tactical takeaway that you can do is majority, maybe you guys are, I assume that you guys are doing strength training workouts. Majority of you at least are. Let's say that your sets are 4 sets. You dropping every single set down to 3, and maybe dropping your reps from 15 to 10 or from 10 to 8, and just challenging yourself with heavier weights, that's going to allow you to buy back time where you need to. So having you show up consistently, and even though it's not going to be an hour workout, but it's 20 minutes, it's still enough time to move your body and to feel like you've accomplished something. If you're traveling somewhere and you don't have access to your usual like gym equipment, that doesn't mean that you're off track. It just means that you have to get creative. I've seen WarriorBabes inside of our community pack their bands inside of their duffel bag or their suitcase. That doesn't take up much space. Okay, so here's like the mindset shift I want you guys to adopt during this holiday season as you go into Christmas, as you go into New Year's. Something is always better than nothing. If you can get in a quick workout, do it. If it's only 20 to 30 minutes, do it. If it's only 20, maybe it's not 4 days a week, but it's 3 days a week, do it. If you're short on time, do what I had just recommended. Focus on the intensity over the duration. Bring down the sets, bring down the reps, challenge yourself with a little bit heavier weight. You're not here to be perfect. You are here to stay consistent, and trust me. Now believe me later, but trust me that I believe in you. Even if you don't believe in yourself that you can do this over the next 3 weeks, I think that, like I just said, it's going in it with a little bit more intention. And if you can do what I said at the beginning of this episode, which is like look at your calendar and intentionally set up the next 2 to 3 weeks, then that's something. And that something is always better than nothing. And if you're showing up to that something and you're getting in what you can get in that day, you're consistent. And that's all that matters. So I know that one of the biggest challenges during the holidays is that your schedule is totally out of whack. What I want you to do, and this is what I did, is look at your calendar over the next, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I programmed for myself over the next 3 weeks. So this is going live on Monday, the 16th. This week is the last full week of without the holidays. The next 2 weeks have Christmas, and talk about Christmas being right smack dab right in the middle of the week. So it's like y'all have the whole week pretty much. It's going to be slow moving, and really enjoy that time. Like slow down, give yourself grace, like enjoy the moments, enjoy the memories, have joy in your days. And I personally love when Christmas and New Year's is in the middle of the week, because it really does intentionally make everyone slow down, because majority of people's work weeks are kind of shot too as well. Quick break. If you're finding this episode helpful so far, it would mean a lot if you could hit pause for just a second, leave a quick rating or a review, or share it with someone who could benefit from it. Your support helps more women discover these tools to build muscle, lose fat, and feel confident. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey with me. So it's going live on Monday, this episode. This week is pretty normal for me. I'm going to get a workout in on Monday. I'm going to get a workout in on Tuesday. I'm going to get a workout in on Wednesday. I'm going to get a workout in on Friday. All of my days around that being Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, are off because I have plans for the weekend. Now, moving into the holiday week of Christmas, this is what I did for myself, you guys. I put a workout on Monday, the 23rd, a workout on the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th. I'm giving myself the 24th and the 25th off. And if I need to, this is the beauty of having only working out 4 days a week. Let's say that I don't feel like it on the 26th. Like I'm still feeling the holiday bliss. Like I'm still relaxing. I'm really kicking it back with family. Maybe there's some plans that we decide to do on the day after Christmas. I will move that workout. I'll move everything a day back. So I will do the 23rd, the 27th, the 28th, and the 29th. It doesn't matter. Let's say you have 4 workouts in a week, you have 7 days. It doesn't matter when you do the 4 workouts, as long as you complete the 4 workouts in those 7 days. So you have some leeway to move things around with the extra days that you have added to your week, right? The following week, I did pretty much the same exact thing. I committed to the 30th, the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. Look, me personally, I am most likely, not going to say 100% because maybe I will find myself in the gym on New Year's Day, but most likely you will not find me in the gym on New Year's Day. It's going to be absolute chaos. If I do go, it will be later in the afternoon when everyone's gotten it out of the way. I don't know, but it's probably going to be mass chaos. So I planned around those New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Again, the same thing. Like if you get to I have 4 workouts in my week. There's 7 days. I can move. I have an extra day outside of the holidays that if I don't get it in the day after New Year's Day, I can get it in still in the rest of the week. So that's what I would recommend that you guys do too as well. It's like, I know you have travel, I know you have family obligations, I know that there's holiday events, and it makes it feel like there's no time to work out, but I promise you there's always a way. And it's doing what I had just said. Like, if you can carve out 30 minutes for a workout, it doesn't have to be full blown, it doesn't have to be an hour-long session in the gym. If you know that you'll have a window of time in the morning or right before dinner, lock it in like an appointment. Write it on your calendar, write it on your planner, set an alarm, treat it like a non-negotiable commitment, because it, like I said at the beginning, like once you show up for yourself, you're going to feel so much better. And at the same time, you're also going to show up not only better for yourself, but those that are around you and in your space during the holiday season. Okay. Another thing that I would highly recommend is if you are with family or friends, make it a group activity. Walking, even like you heard in how about that episode with Jordan? Sorry, you guys, such a dope episode. Had a blast filming with him. If you didn't listen to it, it was the last episode that launched right before this one. It was last Friday, episode 215. Even the power of just getting a walk in, as we even talked about in that last episode, is huge. Get the family together, get outside, even if it's cold or not, bundle everybody up after a meal, go get a walk in. Do a mini workout with your kiddos. Invite a friend or a sibling or somebody to join you for a quick bodyweight or band workout if you're traveling, if you don't have access to equipment. Invite your family or friends to go to the gym with you. Make it fun. As long as you're moving your body, you're still consistent in showing up, right? So, and it's all about this adding that in with family could add another memory to the memory bucket during the holiday season, which I think is so freaking cool and so well worth it. So overall, like, making the time, because you have the time, it's just making it intentional, making it a commitment and making an appointment for yourself. But I think it's really important to say that when you don't need to be perfect, you just need to show up consistently. And then getting over the idea that you'll start fresh in January. Like, this one's the big one that I want to just nail home. I get it. I understand that. I know that some of you guys want to prioritize traveling and plans and feel like you don't have enough time. There's a lot of chaos going on, and there's some anxiety. Like, I totally understand that. And the holiday season feels like such an easy excuse to pause everything and say, I'll just start later. But let me ask you this. Why not start now? Why not keep the momentum going, even if it's slower or smaller than usual? Because here's the truth. If you wait until January, you're going to feel like you're starting from scratch. But if you keep moving in these next couple of weeks, even if it's just 20, 30 minutes of daily movement, of doing some light bodyweight exercises, some squats, some knee push-ups, some burpees, some mountain climbers, making it like more high intensity bodyweight exercises, like jump lunges, pop squats. Those things can make a really effective freaking workout. Okay. So even if it's just for a limited amount of time a day, you already have momentum going into January. You're going to feel stronger. You're going to feel more capable. You're going to feel more confident in your ability to stay consistent. So don't let January be a starting point. Make it a continuation of what you're already doing right now. So as I mentioned earlier, I believe this was going to be a really super quick podcast. And as it is, I think that I've given you guys some tactical takeaways of what you can do in setting your mindset with intention moving into the next couple of weeks, and how you can strategize a plan for yourself to show up consistently for yourself. You don't need to be perfect, but you can show up consistently for yourself. So really quick, just a recap of some of the key takeaways that we talked about. Ditch the all or nothing mentality. Progress is about perfection. Progress isn't about perfection. It is about consistency. Plan ahead. Take the time following this episode right now, if you have the time, or if you can later on in the day, to really look at your calendar over the next couple of weeks, whether it's digital or written, and plan the workouts out that you're going to have. Schedule it and make a commitment and keep the promise to yourself and show up. If you have to, make it effective, short. Those types of workouts can be your best friend during this time. Whether it's bodyweight circuits, whether it's a quick walk, whether it's you have access to the gym, but it's only doing 30 minutes, and you lower what I said earlier, your sets down from 4 to 3, or even from 3 to 2, but you still make it, intense over the duration that you're there. Focus on bringing people in, bringing family in, bringing your siblings in, bringing your kids in, and making it a well-rounded, fun, memorable experience. Because even if like your aunt hasn't worked out in forever, even her just like playing around with some squats or like doing something could maybe open up some type of awareness in her that gets her excited to maybe start doing more come the new year. Like, you could be the catalyst for change for your family this new year. Think of it like that. And then don't wait for January to start fresh. Keep this momentum going, even if it's slow, so that January is a continuation, not a reset. All right. The holidays don't have to completely derail your progress. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace during this time. Stay flexible and focus on what you can do, not what you should do. Small efforts during this time will compound over time, and they matter way more than one perfect week. Okay. So if this helped you guys, share this with a friend, share this with a family member that needs to hear it. Maybe somebody is completely feeling stressed out during this time and they're worried about staying on track, and maybe this episode can help them. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. In the next couple of weeks, you're going to hear some mashup videos. It's going to be one of the last episodes that I filmed before the new year. We're going to have a guest speaker coming in, our guest episode on this Friday. And then for the holiday week, we're going to have some mashup videos that we've compiled from season 2. And then coming into the new year, we're going to have some fresh fire new episodes for you guys. And we're really stoked. Some cool guests will be on. So this is one of the last episode. It's crazy to think about that before we hit the new year. So I hope that you guys, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for your support over this year with this podcast, and listening and sharing it, leaving reviews. I hope you guys, if you celebrate Christmas, have a very Merry Christmas. If you celebrate Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah. If you celebrate any other things, I just hope that you have very, very happy holidays and enjoy the time with your friends, your family, people that are around you, making new memories. That's the most important thing during this time. And have a amazing new year. Set some goals for yourself, set some intentions for yourself, and then most importantly, come up with a word or come up with a motto that's going to carry you into 2025. That is, you thinking about the person that you want to become in 2025. 2025 can be your year. It's just about how you show up for yourself in that year. Think about the person that you want to become. What is that person doing every day? How is that person upholding her habits, her beliefs? Bring that into an intentional word or motto for you, and then say that every single day, and then take the action to follow up as her now. All right, guys. Love you guys. Peace out. Hey, really quick, before you go, I have one small favor to ask. If this episode brought you value or sparked something in you, take just a moment to hit that review button. Your rating and review make all of the difference, helping more women discover the tools they need to transform the fitness and their confidence. It takes less than a minute, but it can change the path of someone else's journey. Thank you so much for leaving that review. I appreciate you so much.